Hey everyone, how's it going? Grizzly here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today I've just got a quick little game for you guys of me playing Scout on Foundry. I was actually trying to go for a little bit longer of a gameplay, so I chose Control Point instead of something like King of the Hill, but as you guys can see it was actually a pretty short game. But today we're going to be talking about gaming, and more specifically how I really got into it. So I'd say the story begins probably 16, maybe 17 years ago at a friend's house. And I don't know about you guys, but as a kid I was always looking forward to going over to a friend's house because, you know, they had different games than me, and this was really before I even had a gaming system of my own. So the first memory I really have of gaming was over at my friend's house, and his dad had this really old Macintosh computer, and, well, I mean, it was probably pretty nice at the time. It was one of those that you had to type everything in to use it. But I remember my friend and I would sit down in his parents' basement, and my friend would type in the things he needed to get the game to start, and we would play this game called Jackrabbit. Now going back and looking at it, it kind of seems like a Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff, but back then, you know, you didn't really care about if it was a ripoff or a brand name game or anything like that. So that was really my first gaming experience. I remember watching him play it for what seemed like hours upon hours, and that was another thing about going over to my friend's house. You know, I'd never really play the games myself, I'd just watch, and I thought that was really just as fun as playing, which is kind of ironic to me because now I'm the one who actually plays the games and people watch me play. But anyway, I would say my run-in with other games was around the same time. My babysitter had a Sega Genesis, and while I was over there and she was watching me or whatever, I'd play Sonic the Hedgehog, and my mom's boyfriend had a Super Nintendo with Super Mario World, which I thought was the coolest thing ever at the time, which, you know, I still love that game. And my family wasn't super well off as a kid, so, you know, I never had a console, and when I got the chance to play one, I'd just want to play it as long as I could. But I would say, above everything else, the game that had the largest impact on me growing up as a kid was Pokemon Red. I remember the first time I saw someone playing it, it was either first or second grade, and I remember walking out to the playground, and there were probably 3 or 4 kids huddled around this one guy on his Game Boy, and I walked over there, and he was playing Pokemon, and as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had to have that game. And like I mentioned earlier, my family didn't really have the money to be buying me one of these gaming systems, but our school had a raffle once a year, and this year, a Game Boy Color was one of the prizes. And, you know, I pleaded with my mom. I was like, come on, I've got to have this, and she bought $5 worth of tickets, I think, and I actually ended up winning it. And to be honest, I don't really remember getting Pokemon Red. I assume I must have gotten it for Christmas or my birthday, but I don't really remember unwrapping it or anything. But that game was really my first gaming experience. I can remember playing it 3 different times just to use all the different starters, and it was just the first game that I sunk in over 100 hours, and I was just obsessed with it. And not only did it get me into gaming, but also the trading cards and the TV show, all the Pokemon stuff. And to this day, I even play Pokemon games, so I'm not sure if it's just the nostalgia or what, but I still really enjoy them. And I've always been a pretty big fan of Nintendo, and I would say that Pokemon is really what started that. But as you guys can see right now, the video is practically over, and I plan on continuing talking about this topic in a future video, because we still have quite a ways to go until we reach Team Fortress 2. But I'd love to hear about your guys' video games experiences, and what games really turned you on to gaming, or what was your first video game experience. But, I mean, that's about all I have for you guys today, so I will talk to you guys all later, and yeah, have a good one.